Hey, my name's Carson, and you're watching
One Up Drum Vids.com.
Oh, I'm so pumped on that intro. So this video is all about double strokes. So if you walked up to a random drummer who is like nice enough to talk to you, and you were like, hey, can you count me in to a double stroke roll? Probably 9 times out of 10, they're gonna play you a right hand lead double stroke roll as 16th notes. Or maybe 32nd notes. And that's awesome, but there are 4 equally as important double stroke roll stickings. And each of the 4 stickings helps you move around the kit in a completely different and unique way. Not to mention playing all those double stroke stickings as triplets, which we're gonna get to later in this video. So what do you got? The 4 stickings for a double stroke roll, and the only 4 that there are right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. So we're gonna take these 4 stickings, we're gonna play through 2 bars of each of the stickings as 16th notes, we're gonna repeat the whole thing, and that's the exercise. And this is gonna be the framework for a bunch of videos to come. Just print off the PDF, which is around somewhere, and if you don't have the PDF, all of it's gonna be transcribed right below while I'm playing it. So I'm gonna do my best to play it for you at 100, 135, and 170 BPM. And then after that, we're gonna modify this exercise so it kind of rolls like a wave or an egg. All right, wish me luck. When I was kind of coming up with this exercise, I was like, oh man, double strokes are fun, I guess, but normally I only played them when I was like watching hockey games and stuff. And then I was like talking to my buddy Jordy, who's helping make this whole thing happen. And I was like, what if we made like a super cool practice track that kind of showed you melodies and how they relate to the stickings and how they're being displaced as you're displacing the double stroke roll. And he was like, that might be a good idea. And so we sat here forever, and I was on the drum set literally playing doubles, and he was on a modular synthesizer and the Moog, and we kind of put these practice tracks together. Man, I've honestly found them addictive to practice to. The goal I had with these tracks is to get away from the click track, feel that quarter note pulse kind of inside, and be able to move with the melody. I find that so fun, and I think you would too. So for this next exercise, we're playing the exact same thing, but we're playing it dynamically. For the first bar, we're starting soft and we're increasing the velocity. And for the second bar, we're taking her down. And the reason I did this is because like all of my favorite drummers not only just have awesome double stroke rolls, they have extreme dynamic capacity within their double stroke roll. So now I'm gonna play this through for you at 100, 135, and 170, the exact same as the last version, but we're gonna do it as dynamically as possible. And I'm still working on this stuff. Sometimes I get it feeling real good. Other times I feel like I don't have as much dynamic range. It's just how the hands feel that day. But every time you do this, try and get the quiets as quiet as possible, and then try and get the louds as loud as possible. And we're gonna talk about the technical side of that a little bit, super briefly, after this. And one thing I noticed kind of watching footage of myself and being under the microscope a little bit was really the importance of doing one wrist stroke, using that rebound, and then using your fingers to kind of snap out that second stroke. And your second stroke won't always come as high as your first stroke, but it will have more velocity due to your fingers, and so you'll get a very similar sound. And what I found was when I'm playing quad, I tend to put my fulcrum on my first finger, and then when I played louder, sometimes my fulcrum would move to my second finger, and my pointer would kind of get out of the way to allow for more kind of range of motion. But really the most important thing is just being relaxed and controlled, and that buttery, airy, kind of floating double stroke roll sound will come with time, and I'm still trying to find that. It may look like I'm kind of talking and then playing these perfectly, but to be honest, I did a lot of takes of all of these because I found that I was rushing and dragging, and I learned so much myself by playing these double strokes. And I hope that in, a couple months I look back at this and I go like, dude, you could do this so much better. I mean, that's the goal. So yeah, download the PDF, and if you're ever tempted to try this all out as triplets, go over to my website. It's www.oneupdrumvids.com, and I am gonna have all the courses I create, kind of the full versions of them with everything, all the practice tracks, the PDFs, and everything on the website. And we're making some super cool stuff, and I'm so excited about it. Oh yeah, and every practice pad vid I've ever done, I've got at least like 10 comments asking what practice pad I use. This is like a smaller version of the one that I use, but it's the same one. It's Vic Firth doesn't make them anymore, so anyways, it's just kind of like a practice pad that has ball bearings in it, so it kind of sounds like a snare. And yeah, they don't make them anymore, so sorry. I bought this one used, got the other one new back when they made them. And then I'm playing the Peter Erskine ride stick, which I'm playing because it's like a super tiny weird tip, and it like doesn't have a very good rebound, so you kind of got to work for it a little more. So yeah, I really like these Peter Erskine sticks. They're sweet.